keeps the background noise clean just in case, you know how life is. All right, so let me just make sure I can see. Oh, it seems so far away. It seems so far. Here we go. Okay. All right, guys. So as we usually do, let's start lying down. And if you want to add a prop, if you want to put something underneath you, like a block or a blanket or something like that, feel free to do that. And you can also lie with your knees bent or your legs straight, whatever suits you. Just take a moment to allow your body to just soften a little bit. Life, right? It's always coming at you. So we'll see if we can just kind of drop out of all the chatter and come into the body. So take a deep breath through your nose, inhale. Fill the ribs, let your belly fill, and then just hold it for a moment at the top and try and relax your shoulders. And sigh the breath out, exhale. Let all the breath go, soften the body. Do that again, inhale through your nose. And really fill out, fill your belly, expanding the ribs. Right as you get to the top, hold it briefly and soften your shoulders. And open your mouth and let it go, exhale. The belly drops, the ribs drop. Right, one more time, biggest breath, inhale. Filling all the way up, right? And as you get to the top, relax your shoulders. And then see if you can inhale some more. Back ribs into the floor. Release it with a sigh, exhale. Emptying all the breath. All right. So start to breathe in and out through your nose. Right, steady breath in through the nose, out through the nose. And see if you can just have the breath take a little longer. Right? Imagine that your breath was a little bit lazy, right? Kind of slow. Would you hurry like that? Just slow it down. Inhaling slowly. And notice if the desire to kind of rush it is somehow still in there. It's okay, but we'll just try and slow it down. And slow the exhale. Super slow. Not like you're waiting for your teenage daughter to get ready to leave. Right, just one last thing to do or fix. Slowly inhale. Right, you have all night, thank goodness. Right, pulling the breath slowly in. And letting the breath pour slowly out. All the time in the world. A couple more like that. So maybe the breath also gets a little deeper, right? So not only are you slowing it down, but maybe as you slow down the drawing in of the breath, it allows you to inhale a little more deeply. But just explore that, just see what's happening in that way. Lowering the exhale out. You can give the exhale a little squeeze at the bottom of the breath, hugging the ribs in. Empty. Inhale. Slow it down. Just a few more, just like that. So even as we start to move and flow with the practice, we're going to keep coming back to this breath. Or maybe we can maintain it the whole time. That's kind of our goal with our breath, right? So we'll move, we'll do stuff, and sometimes we lose track of the breath because we're paying attention to something else, or whatever it is. But always this touchstone of this smooth, steady breath as we're holding our poses, in between the poses, right? Nice, steady, smooth breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Right, and of course, occasionally we'll sigh the breath out and whatever. All right, nice, steady, smooth breath. All right, so keep the breath and start to just wake your body up, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, maybe stretch it out. Gently reaching the arms overhead, stretching the legs. Just feel your body. Notice how everything's doing right now. And gently hug the knees in. Soft squeeze, little rocking side to side, massaging across your lower back. Take your legs over to the left. Take your twist. Peel open, reaching out through the right arm. Let your shoulder melt down towards the floor. Back up through center, coming back to the middle. Take an inhale. Exhaling the knees over to the other side. Peel open, let your shoulder just melt down. Relax and soften. All right, and then coming back to center, coming to the middle. Okay, let's hug the knees into the chest. Rock and roll forward and back a couple of times. Just rolling along the length of the spine, and then let's come up to seated. All right, so as you come to sit, cross-legged or, however you're comfortable sitting really. Relax the shoulders down, take an inhale and reach the arms out and up. Exhale, pull the hands through center, bringing your hands to your heart. Drop your gaze. Just take a moment to set an intention for your practice. And so maybe something comes to you as you think about that, or you have something in mind. Right, if you like, just offer it up, right? You can offer up your practice. You can give it away to someone or something, a higher cause, a greater good, whatever. Like that, but it's kind of inspiring and uplifting, and right as you're moving through, doing it for someone or something, right? Ishvara Pranidhana, right? Just offer it up. Okay. Take a big breath, inhale. And soft sigh, exhale. Relaxing the hands down. Feel free to open your eyes or keep your eyes closed. Inhale, reaching the arms out and up. Into the side stretch. Bring your hands to the floor. Stretch up and over. Lengthen the right at your left sit bone down to the floor. Breathe into that. Good. We'll come back up to center. Inhale. Exhale over to the left. Soften the right shoulder down. Well, I guess both shoulder blades are moving away from your neck. Inhale up to center. We're going to go back over to the right side. Hand down. Yeah. Maybe your elbow gets a little closer to the floor. And let's do some big circles. So circle the arm around and down in front of you. And then open up. Yeah, take your time. The biggest circle, right? The biggest circle. Do one more. Inhale. All right, and then let's switch the direction. Go the other way. Reverse it. Open the chest. So just notice how that changes it. You're kind of still doing the same thing, but notice if it's a little bit different now that we're going in this other direction last time. All right. So as we come up, let's sit ourselves up to center. And before we go to the other side, let's switch the cross of our legs. So switch so the other foot is on top or in front. And then let's reach up and over. Oh, big stretch. Maybe the elbow, the forearm gets a little closer to the floor. It doesn't matter, but you're just exploring this stretch. And let's do the circle. Around the spine, circle it around. Up and over. Just let the chest, the shoulder open up, big circle. One more time in that direction. Up and around. All right, and then let's reverse it. Go the other way. Circle. Right, good. Again, just taking your time. Slow, steady breath. One more. Let's finish this circle and then we'll sit ourselves up. Come back up to center. Reach both arms up. Inhale and exhale. Bring the hands down. Let's roll over. Come on to hands and knees. So just into a tabletop position. We'll do some cat-cow. Drawing the heart forward as you inhale with the sit bones. Exhaling, rounding the spine, tucking the tail. Coming forward, inhale. Rounding, exhale. 2 more times. Round the spine. Last one, forward. And round it back. So as you come back forward, we're going to come down into our forearms. So forearms down on the floor. Hands shoulder distance apart if you can. So pressing the palms flat, tucking your elbows under your shoulders. Let's do that cat-cow a couple more times. Draw the heart forward. Oh. Exhale, round. Inhale. And exhale. Couple more. Just notice how it's different with your forearms down on the floor. It's kind of a big change, right? Last time, inhaling the heart forward, exhaling to round. Press yourself back into child's pose just for a moment. Let your arms relax, let your shoulders soften. Take a breath or two here. All right, we're coming back to our forearms. So lifting the head, come back forward. Right, and again, we'll try and have the hands as wide as your shoulders, as wide as your elbows. So your forearms are just straight lines. Okay. We're coming into forearm plank. So before we do that at all, tuck the tailbone under and engage the lower abs. So you have a little rounding in the spine. Reach the right foot back, tuck the toes. Here we go, left foot back. Keep the tucking of the tailbone, right? That'll help keep your low back supported. Right, it's right at the middle where things get a little bit heavy and start to sag, right? So curl the tailbone under, use your abs. How's your breath? Check in with the breath. Smooth, steady, even here, right? Smooth, steady, in and out through the nose. Oh my goodness. Let's come down onto our knees, flatten the feet, melt the hips down, Sphinx pose. Oh, peel the chest up, reach back through the toes. Shoulders are back and down, scooping the chest. Yeah. And then slowly lower and rest the arms, the shoulders for a moment. All right. So we'll do Sphinx again while we're here. A little bit. Okay, back up onto your forearms. Hands shoulder distance. Pressing the palms. Try to press the whole hand down as you hug the elbows in. And then heart forward and up. Right, shoulders away from the ears. Right, scoop the heart forward with your shoulder blades. Right, press the shoulder blades onto the upper back. Draw the heart through your arms. Oh, so stretchy. Okay, and let's come down, all the way down. Take a moment, little waggle of the hips, soften. All right. Back up onto our forearms for the fantastic and amazing forearm plank. So same position that we've been in. Tuck your toes. Lift the belly, lift the hips, but before you lift your knees, tuck the tailbone under, then float your knees. Right, so you're sure to engage those lower abs. They just can be a little lazy. It's kind of how they are. Take another breath here. Curl the tailbone under. Press the forearms, press the whole hand into the floor. Walk your feet in. I know we haven't done regular down dog yet, but just walk your feet in a little bit. Maybe bend the knees. See if you can press your chest back. How are your shoulders? Oh my goodness. All right, remember how this feels. And then it's gonna make down dog seem so easy. Come on down, knees to the floor. Take a moment, we'll do down dog. Just give yourself a second, relax your shoulders. And when you're ready, you may need a little more space. Plant your hands, tuck your toes, lift your hips. Oh, right, down dog feels easy now. So spacious. So amazing. Feel free to pedal your heels a time or two, if you like. Pedal the heels, shake out your head. Enjoy your down dog. And then see if you can come into some stillness, some steadiness in your downward facing dog. Smooth out your breath. Right, checking back in with that Ujjayi breath. Stretch back. Reach the hips up and back. Hug the rib tips in. Gazing forward, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk, maybe jump. Bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach and stretch. Exhale, pulling the hands through the midline to the heart. Just take a breath here, just checking in. Notice how everything feels. Relaxing the shoulders down, releasing the hands down. Sweep it out and up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, up and over. Hinging at the hips to fold in half. Inhale, send the heart forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant your hands, step your right foot, step your left foot, come into your plank pose, top of the push-up. All right, so regular plank this time. Which one do you like better? Regular plank or forearm plank? They're both so amazing, right? All right, we're gonna lower down. Get onto your tippy toes, inhale. Curl the tailbone under, exhale. Bend your elbows, lower to the floor. Woo, it's hard to keep those abs engaged. Flatten your feet. Reach your hands back for Shalabhasana. Curl the tailbone under. Inhale, come up. Oh, we do a lot of curling the tailbone under. Exhale, lower down. It's such a useful action. Do it again. Press the pubic bone down, inhale. Lift up, head, chest, feet, knees, thighs. Sweep the arms out and up. Oh, lift the thumbs towards the ceiling. Inhale up, exhale. Come on, down. Little wiggle waggle. We're gonna lift up one more time. Hug the legs in. Keep them relatively close. Curl the tailbone under. Lift the legs, lift the head, the chest, lift your arms. Ooh, it's good for your back and your shoulders. Take one more breath, lift up, inhale. Come on down, exhale. Phew. Soften. All right, so pressing to regular plank or knees plank, depending on how your body's feeling about that tonight. Plant your palms by your ribs, tuck your toes. Take an inhale. Exhale, press the floor away. Plank, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right. Bring the feet a little closer together. Send your right leg up and back into the air. Turn the toes out, lift the hip, bend the knee. Get a stretch. And squaring the hips off. Straighten your right leg. Lengthen the outer right hip back. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull your knee in towards your nose, round your spine. Inhale, reach the leg up and back. Do that again. Exhale, round, come forward. Inhale, reach. One more time. Pull your knee in towards your nose. Hold it here. Look forward. Lower your shin towards the floor. Just hover it. And then lift it back up. Reach the leg up and back. Inhale. And exhale. The foot comes down. And we'll do that on the other side. Send your left leg up into the air. Turn the toes out. Lift the hip. Bend the knee. Stretch your legs. Your hips. All right. Square it off. Straighten the leg. Press back. Inhale. Exhale, round forward. Knee to your nose. Squeeze it in. Inhale, reach the leg up and back. Again, like that. Come forward, round. Squeeze. Inhale, reach. Last time, coming forward. Hold it here. Look forward. Lower your shin, hover. Lift it back up. Send the leg up into the air. Inhale. Exhale your foot to the floor. Press back. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your feet to your hands. Walk or jump. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Come all the way up. Exhale. Your hands to your heart. And just take a breath. Inhale. Maybe you sigh it out. All right, Ujjayi breath if you can. Right in through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale, release the hands down. Exhale, inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, up and over, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, hands are down, big step back, left foot. Big step back, right foot. Come back into your plank pose. Top of a push-up. Good. And again, checking in with the breath, right? Melt the shoulders away from the neck. Press the floor away, squeezing the arms nice and straight. Take one more inhale. Exhale, come on down. All the way to the floor. Flatten your feet, lift the chest, cobra pose, inhale. Exhale, lengthen forward, long spine. Press the tops of your feet down. Lift the chest up. Press into the hands, lift the chest. Shoulders back, down, away from the ears. Lengthen forward and down. So lengthening the lower back by curling the tailbone under. Take your time coming up. Coil the spine in, right between the shoulder blades, between the ribs. Lifting the chest. We're heading straight back to down dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Exhale. So it is fine to sigh the breath out, right? Release a little excess tension, heat. But then we want to come back to breathing in and out through the nose. In through the nose. Lift the heels, bend the knees, walk, float, feet to hands. Lift up halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rising, inhale. Coming all the way up. Exhaling, pulling the hands through center. Keep going, hands down, palms out, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, hands down. Step or jump back maybe this time. Floating the feet, maybe chaturanga to upward facing dog. Right, feel free to lower to the floor and do cobra pose. Right back to downward facing dog. Smooth out the breath. Hug the tricep in. Melt the shoulders away from the ears. One more inhale. Can you stretch back a little more? Exhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees. Walk or float your feet to your hands. Lift and lengthen. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Rising. Inhale. Sweep it up. Exhale. Hands to heart. All right, release the hands down. Inhale. Exhale, bend. Reach for the floor. Inhale to Utkatasana. Melt your shoulder blades away from your neck and sit back into the heels. Can you reach up through the fingertips a little bit more as you reach the sit bones back and down, like diagonally towards the back edge of your mat. Take another breath. Maybe you can look up and see your thumbs up there. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Empty the breath. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, stepping back, jumping back. Take a vinyasa. Maybe you go straight to down dog. How's your breath? As always, right, check in. All right. Send your right leg up into the air. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round the spine. Pull your knee forward and let's come into warrior one. Step your foot between your hands. Drop the back heel. Come on up. So you want a little space between the feet side to side so that you have some room to bring the left hip forward. Right, so there's a little runway of space. As opposed to warrior two where we really line it up, you want a little gap there. Bring it forward. Lengthen the left side of your ribs forward. Right, squaring the chest off, even if the hips don't actually square off. And can you press into the back heel? Really invigorate the back leg. Breathe. Right, soften the tips of the ribs in. Reach up through the fingertips. And just explore if the upper arm can press back a little bit more. Keep the chest lifted. Bring the hands down and around and behind your back to interlace the fingers. Oh, peel the chest open. Reach the heart up to the sky. Right, maybe you can bend a little deeper into the front knee. Press into the back foot. Oh. Bring your right hand across to your left leg, your left hip. What can you reach back there? Sweep the left arm up and over. Oh, lift the heart to the sky. Take another breath. Release the right hand to meet the left. Up and back. Inhale. Releasing, exhale. All the way down. Hands to the floor. Step the front foot back. Take a vinyasa. Feel free to go straight to down dog, to take a breath in the child's pose, or chaturanga, upward facing dog, yeah. And again, sighing the breath out is fine. We just want to come back to the Ujjayi breath. Inhaling, exhaling, and smooth it out. Okay. Inhale the left leg up into the air. Exhale, using your abs, pull the knee through, step your foot between your hands. Coming into warrior one on the second side. Drop the back heel. Sweep it up. So left to your own devices, or your body anyway, you'll kind of turn sideways. It's just easier to turn sideways. So of course, that's what we're trying not to do. So draw the left hip back, try and draw the outer right hip forward. Draw the right side of the ribs forward, right? Breathe here. Melt the shoulder blades away from the neck. As you lengthen up through the fingertips, reach through the ring finger, reach through the pinky, and maybe the upper arms can press back a bit more. Keep this lift in the chest. Bring your hands behind your back. Do the opposite interlace. You have the other thumb on top, the other pinky underneath. Reach the knuckles back and down. Keep trying to draw the left side of the ribs kind of back a bit and the right side forward. And then bring the right hand, sorry, that's your left hand across to the right side, to your leg, to your hip. Where can you reach? Send the right arm up and over. Big stretch on the right side. Lift the chest, lift your low belly. Release the left hand to meet the right. Reach back and up. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Release it down. Woo! Onto the ball of the back foot. Step back as you're ready. Taking the vinyasa. Going straight to down dog. You can modify. Right? Knees, chest, chin. Pose. Right, downward facing dog. Little shake of the head. All right. Press the thighs back. Send your right leg up into the air. Inhale. Exhale, pull the knee forward, step through. This time we'll bring the back foot a little bit closer. Coming into Parsvottanasana, bring your hands to your hips to come up. All right, arms out wide. Let's do the classic arms. Thumbs under and the hidden prayer, Paschima Namaskar. So tucking the hands in behind you. So maybe your palms can press back there into each other, or you make fists and press your knuckles, right, or interlace like we were doing earlier. So this one for sure, square those hips off to the top of your mat, right? As you lift your chest, can you hug the belly back? Push back into your hands a little bit. Take an inhale. Exhale, go forward. Forward, forward. Oh my goodness. Stretching the back of your right leg. Lift the fronts of your shoulders away from the floor. Right? Keep the collarbones wide. Oh my goodness. Such a lovely stretch. Firm the glutes. Inhale, lift the chest so your shoulders are parallel to the floor. Lengthen the outer right hip back, lengthen the heart forward. Come back into your fold for another breath. Oh, beautiful. Press into your back foot. Inhale, lift all the way up. Releasing the arms, sweep the arms out and up. Inhale. Exhale, releasing the hands down. Let's turn sideways. So you're turning sideways on your mat. Widen your feet a little bit. And we're coming into Prasarda Padottanasana. So, right, we did a kind of asymmetrical pose just now, so your two legs probably feel a little bit different. So just notice what that does as we come into now a pretty even-sided pose. Hands on your hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Bringing the hands to the floor, right? We're trying to get the crown of the head to also touch the floor, right? Pull your hands back so the heels of your hands line up with the heels of your feet, right? And your fingers point the same direction as your toes. Lift the shoulder blades, lift your kneecaps, right? Shoulder blades lift, kneecaps lift. Elbows hug in. Firm your glutes. Notice if your two legs feel different. Inhale. Lift the chest, come halfway up. Legs are strong. Bring your hands to your hips, come the rest of the way up. We're going to turn. So you're going to have to futz around with your feet a little bit. Bring your right foot a little closer. Turn to the back of your mat. So we're going to do Parsvottanasana facing the other way. So your left leg is forward and your right leg is back. Just gives you a moment to rest your legs. So again, we'll bring the hands behind the back in the hidden prayer, turning the thumbs down, tucking in, pressing the palms maybe, right? Get as much pressing as you can, even if they don't press all the way, it's okay. Right, hug the ribs in as you lift your chest up. Square off to the top of your mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, keep the collarbones wide, go forward. Forward, forward, into the fold. Right, as you get down there, lift the fronts of the shoulders because they do want to kind of roll down towards the floor. Spread the collarbones, breathe. Oh my goodness. Take one more breath here. Lift up to parallel, right, pause. Draw the left hip back some more. Lengthen your heart forward, spread the collarbones. Take a breath back down in the fold. Fold back in. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Firm the glutes, firm the legs. Inhale, come all the way up. Release it. Reach the arms overhead as you inhale. Oh, exhale, arms come down. Okay, turn. Sideways again, so back to where you were a second ago. In the in-between. The in-between. Okay, sounds something in Stranger Things. So this time we're going to skip right from the A variation of Prasarita Padottanasana to the D variation where we hook our toes. Now, if you can't reach your toes, that's okay. Just get as close to your toes as you can. You can grab something on your leg, or if you just need your hands on the floor, I guess we can let that slide for this one time. But if you can, we'll hook our toes with your first two fingers. All right, lift your chest, inhale. Exhale, we fold. So we're still trying to get the crown of the head to the floor, but then we also grab our big toes. Inhale, lift halfway back up from your legs, pull your kneecaps up. And exhale, fold. Top of the head to the floor. Lift the shoulder blades away from the floor, send the elbows straight out to the sides. Keep trying to lift up through the legs. Lengthen your spine down. Oh my goodness, take one more breath, firm those glutes. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hands to the hips, come up the rest of the way. Oh my gosh. Turn back forward. All the way. Pivot onto the ball of the back foot. Lift the back heel up off the floor. Okay, one more thing over here. Just give your feet a little recovery moment. Come on up, crescent pose. Melt the shoulders down. Lengthen the tailbone down. How's your breath? Your shoulders feel a little freer. Bring your hands to your heart. Lean forward. Start to straighten the back leg. Step the foot in a time or two. Let's see if we can, whoa, come into warrior three. Easier said than done, I guess. Right, lift the belly. Energize the lifted leg. Maybe the arms can come out wide or overhead, right? Shoulder blades down the back. Charge up the lifted leg, right? Really energize. Take one more breath here. Exit through your crescent, come back. Lift up, inhale. And gently releasing the hands down as you exhale. Just appreciate the heat in your right hip. Step the foot back. Take a vinyasa. Go straight to down dog. Maybe a breath or two in child's pose. Right, just appreciate the difference between your two sides, the work that the right side just had to do. And with that in mind, send your left leg up into the air. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Pull the knee forward, step. And we'll head right into crescent pose. Come on up. Right, send the tailbone long. Melt the shoulders down. Lifting up. Right, so just notice how your shoulders feel right after that Padottanasana and that big stretch. All right, gently bringing the hands to the heart. Take your time, lean forward. Right, firm that outer left hip back and in. Maybe step the back foot in once or twice and then see if you can come out into the balance. How's your breath? Right, energize the lifted leg. Maybe the arms go out wide, maybe overhead. Oh, warrior three. You're such a challenge. So balancy.
All right, we're gonna head back out through crescent pose. Bend the right knee, left knee, sorry. Reach your right foot back. Lift the chest. Oh my goodness, inhale. Exhale, slowly bring it down. Oh, step the front foot back. Okay. Through the vinyasa you go or not. Right, you don't have to take that vinyasa if you're needing a little bit of a break. How's your breath? Right, smooth it out. Steady the breath. All right, very nice. Stretch back. Inhale. Exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, walk, float, feet to hands. Lift the chest, come halfway up, inhale. Exhale, we fold. Utkatasana. Gotta touch that chair pose. Bend the knees, firm the glutes. Reach up. Maybe the upper arms can press back a little bit more and then hug those rib tips in. Oh my goodness. Press and rise, inhale. Exhale. Okay, so we're gonna do probably a variation of Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. Yes. Which basically means we're gonna stand on our one foot and pick the other leg up and put it into essentially like a half lotus type of pose, and then add a little bit of a bind, maybe even a forward fold. Okay, so on that note, let's stand on the right leg first, since we just did something standing on the left leg. And we'll pick the left foot up. I'm really asking for trouble here. Pick the left foot up and see if we can find some balancing. Right, yeah, and what we want is to balance and also get a little stretch in the hip. So you pick the leg up, the shin up, however high it'll go. And stand by a wall if you're just feeling super wobbly. Let the knee peel open, right? The sole of the foot kind of peels open, and then you reach around and grab your right elbow, or inside the elbow. Yeah. Okay, from here, we're gonna forward fold. So you can soft bend the right knee, release your left hand to the floor, and come into the forward fold. Keep your left foot up in your hip. The fold is nice, maybe. Maybe it's nice. And then slowly come back up. Right, we try and come back to where we started with the little bind. And then thankfully release it. Whew. My standing leg, I mostly on this leg, I feel it in my calf. So let's see what happens on the other side. Just notice where you feel it the most. And it can change from time to time that you do standing balancing. So just notice where it is today. So it's all for me like right here, right there. Okay. Other side. Just tip over. Steady. All right, pick the right foot up. See if you can find the stretch in your hip, yeah, while you balance, which is the fun part. Sort of, I guess that's fun, right? We want the foot up high so that someday we grab it with the same side hand, right? We loop around and catch the foot. But today we'll just catch our elbow. Yeah. Lift the chest, hug the ribs in. And then slowly start to fold, release your right hand, look for the floor. You can bend your left knee as much as you need to. And then maybe you straighten your left leg. The right foot stays up in your hip. I really love this stretch. Maybe it's not for everyone, but I really like it. So just see how you feel, because you may not like it. Just because I like it doesn't mean you have to like it. Like it or else. Try and come back. Yes. Let it go. Oh, I saved it. That's amazing. I totally thought I was going to fall over. Okay, shake out your legs. Surprise balance every once in a while. It just, gets you. Tadasana, indeed. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale. Up and over, fold, exhale. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, hands are down, step or jump it back. Take your vinyasa, feel free to lower to the floor, right? Take the scenic route back to down dog. Enjoy your cobra pose. Okay. Send your right leg up into the air, inhale. Exhale, pull the knee forward, step your foot between your hands. We're gonna bring the back knee down to the floor. And I don't have a blanket, so I'm just gonna fold my mat over because we're gonna be on that knee for a couple minutes probably. Okay, phase one is we're just gonna come into the quad stretch. So we're gonna bend the right knee, left knee. Oh, thanks. Blankets come flying in. Yeah, maybe I'll grab that. Reach back and see if you can catch your foot or your ankle. Oh, I like the opposite hand, but do what works, right? We're stretching the quads, stretching the hip flexor. Oh my goodness. So we're looking for a stretch at the front of the left hip thigh area. All right. Maybe you come down on your forearm, see how that feels. Oh my goodness. Okay. Slowly coming up. See if you can, again, balance a little bit. Maybe both hands can grab on. And then we're just using the leg to stretch the chest. Don't worry about trying to reach the floor or anything with your foot. Oh. All right. Slowly, gently release it. Oh, take a moment. I need a moment. Press back. Okay, so we're going to do one more thing while we're here. On this side, I mean. Just while we're all stretching and stuff. So coming upright, we're going to keep this back foot on the floor. You may even want to tuck your toes. This is Ardha Ustrasana. So Ustrasana is the camel pose where you generally, well not generally, the pose is this way, right? Ardha, one leg, other leg forward. So it's half. Tailbone long. Don't be fooled. Half sounds easier, but it's kind of not. So take your time. You may or may not make contact with your leg back there. We're looking for it. Don't feel bad if you don't touch it. Be nice to your back first, right? So lift the hip bones up, that same lengthening of the tailbone that we do all the time. Interlace your fingers. I think it makes it a little bit easier. And then the chest goes up. Oh, it's a great stretch in your chest and your shoulders, if nothing else, but maybe you can find your leg back there. And then can you draw the right hip back? Draw the right hip back and try and square off a little bit. Oh, lengthen the tailbone, lift your chest. What a glorious stretch. Take one more breath. And slowly, slowly come back up. Oh, okay. On that note, we'll switch sides. Take a vinyasa or maybe just a breath or two in downward facing dog. Oh, all right, just give yourself a moment. Something kind of, neutral side to side. All right, and then we'll go asymmetrical again. Let's bring the left foot forward. Step, back knee down. All right, so phase one is stretch your hip flexor and your quad. Yeah, so we come forward, reach back. It's back there somewhere. Boy. Right, so you may have to lift up a little bit to find it. And it doesn't really matter which hand you're grabbing with. I like opposite hands so I can come down on this forearm. But, it doesn't mean, again, something that you're going to want to do that or like that or anything like that. All right, couple more breaths. Just let that stretch happen. It'll help the next thing. All right, and then to get a little bit more shoulder, chest, we will attempt to lift up and reach back with both hands. And then just using the legs, you have to get a little bit of a lean forward. Using the leg to stretch your chest and your shoulders. Like the foot goes towards the floor, but we're certainly not trying to touch the floor. That would be a huge benefit. Okay. And then slowly release that. So I just need a second. I don't know about you, but my front leg is like, hold on. 1 second. I really feel my quad. All right. So Ardha Ustrasana. So think that camel pose, right? Up and over the hump of a camel. We're still trying to do that. It's just we have this leg forward now, which, you know, kind of changes things a little bit. Tucking the toes back there will make your leg easier to find. So feel free to do that. I find it quite helpful. And then again, we'll interlace. Hip bones up. Do the opposite interlace again. Do the awkward feeling way. Hips lifting, chest lifting as your hands reach back and down. Right? Keep lifting the hip bones up as you reach back for your leg. Maybe you find it and maybe you don't. But lift the chest. Right? Draw the left hip back. Send the tailbone down and lift your heart. And breathe. Oh yeah. And breathe. One more. All right, slowly. Oh, I don't know how you can do that fast. Come up. Okay, hands to the floor. Whew, I don't mind the forward fold now that we've done the other side. So feel free to just let your back round. Take your time. Maybe a vinyasa. Down dog is a nice counter pose to lengthen the spine. And then, if you like, a breath or two in child's pose. Come on down. Forehead to the floor, soften, relax your jaw. Relax around your mouth, your eyes. Good job, you guys. Okay, so I say let's take a couple of minutes for upside down time, right? You know me. Yogi's choice of upside down time, we did have a little bit of time on our forearms. So, you know, if you feel like just kind of keeping the theme and doing Pinchamayurasana, go for it. If you want to do handstand or headstand, I honestly don't mind. Your shoulders are super warm. So do what makes the most sense for you. I just, you know, upside down is good for you. Use the wall. Maybe you put your legs up the wall. That's fine too. You know, it's certainly easier. But yeah, see what feels good. Do that. And we'll do that for a couple of minutes and then we'll cool it down. Okay, so Yogi's choice. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Sometimes the handstands just argue. Okay. A little bit more time. A little bit more time. All right, let's say last call for upside down. If you're like in your headstand. You can hang out there for a few more breaths, or if you want to come halfway down and pike the legs, couple breaths there, come back up, and then come down. Or if you're kicking up and stuff, one more time and that's it. Last one. Last call. Last call. Upside down dog. Come on. If we can do it. Okay. Whoa. High note. All right, if you're still upside down, consider coming down. If you did a headstand, do child's pose. Just let your neck have a moment to decompress a little bit. Whew. All right. Excellent work, everyone. You earned stretchy time, which we're about to have. Okay. So let's sit. Let's sit. I felt like I was about to break into song and sound like a musical or something. I watched Hamilton and it just like makes you want to sing everything. Oh, it's so good. It's on Disney Plus. Totally watch it. It's unbelievable. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. Oh, forward into the fold. As you get out to wherever you're going, come halfway back. Inhale, lift up. Yeah, and then exhale, go back up. Oh, just looking for that little extra bit of length if we can, if it's to be found. Enjoy the stretch. One more breath. Inhale, lift halfway up, and exhale the rest of the way. So let's take a seated twist, bend your left knee, and just pull the heel in. We'll do a Marichasana twist. We'll start here with the forearm, the elbow really at the front of the knee. So we'll bring the right arm across. Your left hand behind you. Inhale, lift your chest up, and exhale, rotate your ribs, rotate your shoulders. If you want to get a little more deeply into this, inhale and reach your right arm up, and exhale, tuck it outside the leg. Inhale, lift up, exhale, rotate. Rotate your chest, your shoulders. Oh. Long spine. Try and lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, bring the gaze forward. And exhale, gently unravel. Let's switch sides. Extend the left leg. Pull the right leg in. All right. Bring the arm around to the front. Right hand behind. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, start your twist. And then if you want to come into it a little deeper, or if you did it on the first side, let's try it on this side. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hook outside. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale to get more length, more space in the spine. Exhale to try and rotate the ribs, the shoulders a little bit more. So we'll just do that a couple more breaths. Spread the collarbones. Use the left shoulder blade. Press it onto the back ribs. On your next inhale, gaze forward and exhale. Gently unravel. So nice. Give the legs a little shake. Okay, let's stretch our hips. So that may mean a Sukhasana, one shin in front of the other. If you want to stack one shin on top of the other, you could do that. If this pose just generally isn't going to work for you, do thread the needle, or, just see how your body feels tonight and do what makes sense. To stretch your hips, right? We're looking for a hip stretch. So take your time getting out into the fold. We'll be here for several breaths, so you don't have to rush. We're still looking for steady breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And smooth it out. Allowing the hips to just melt down towards the floor and soften. See if you can make your breath a little bit longer. Just make it about the breath. I'm trying to lengthen your breath. Not what makes you anxious or tense, but just a long, comfortable but long breath. Let's take one more big breath here. Feel free to sigh out this last exhale. And gently, slowly come on up. So make sure you know which leg you're putting on top or in front right now so we can switch it. But if you like, we'll take a quick shake. Oh, yeah. Oh, right, let that happen. All right, other side. All right. So Sukhasana, double pigeon, whatever makes more sense. Thread the needle. Oh, out into your stretch. Soften. All right, relax the upper back. And just play with lengthening the breath, right? Be friendly, you know, make it nice. If you're in a big fold, try breathing into the back body, breathe into the back ribs. Last couple of breaths here. All right, and slowly, slowly come on up. Oh, take your time, yeah, extend the legs. Oh, give them a little shake, a little wiggle waggle. So let's lie on our backs, holding onto the backs of your legs. Just roll it back. Oh, right. Oh, I forgot. I have this little thing on the back of my head. Okay. All right, hug the knees in. Maybe rock a little bit side to side. Let's do a quick happy baby. Bending the knees, catching the feet or the ankles. This too, you can rock a little bit side to side, just nice and easy. If you like, you can kick out through the heels, kind of like what we did earlier, standing up. Started Uttanasana. And just really quick, let's bring the feet to the floor. Send your arms out wide like a T. We'll just do one last little easy shoulder stretch. So wrapping the arms around, bring your right arm on top of your left arm and just kind of reach around like you're trying to hook your shoulder blades. And maybe you can actually hook your shoulder blades. And just melt the elbows down away onto your chest. And just see how that feels. Right, and maybe that feels really good and you just want to stay here and do that. You can experiment with picking the elbows up and just see what that does. I find it to be less stretchy and nice than elbows down, but just so you know, just to compare. Maybe, see how it feels in your body. Just melt the elbows down or up, or whichever way feels good. And release it, send the arms out wide, all the way out. And do the other arm on top, so the left arm potentially anyway, on top. And maybe you can actually grab your shoulder blades, maybe not, but we're just kind of reaching around like we're going to. You can try picking the elbows up. You can try melting the elbows down towards your chest. And just do what feels good. Maybe you want to just keep them kind of neutral and just work on reaching around a little bit more. I don't know if neutral is the right word, but just like wherever they land when you do this. All right. And then gently release and just let your arms go out wide for a moment. Just out wide like a T and soften. And then you can move them wherever you like for Shavasana, because that's what we're doing now. I'm going to dim the lights in here a little bit. So just set yourself up so you feel nice and comfy. Yeah. Melt the shoulders down away from your neck. And just let the backs of your shoulders be heavy to the floor. Send the arms out as wide as they need to be for you to feel comfortable. Same thing with your legs. However wide. And just let the feet plop, let your legs feel heavy. Right, relaxing the belly. And make sure your face is relaxed. Relaxing the mouth, your jaw, your cheeks. Softening around your eyes, behind. Your forehead, relax and soften. Your face soft, relaxed like a sleeping baby. So relaxed. The whole body just resting here. Resting in Shavasana.
slowly begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe take an easy stretch if you like, if you want to. Oh my gosh. All right, and then hug your knees into your chest. Just give them an easy squeeze. Roll into your right side. Take a breath or two on your right side. Just allowing Shavasana to linger. Just enjoy. And come on up to sit. And as you come to sit, just take a moment to close your eyes and notice how you feel. You took the time, you showed up, you worked hard. Right, how do you feel? Bringing the hands to the heart. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, bowing your chin in gratitude for this practice, all the goodness, all the joy, all the benefits it brings. And anything else? What else? What are you grateful for? You can just pick one thing that you're grateful for today. All right, thank you so much for sharing practice tonight, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening and a wonderful week. Namaste. Namaste, namaste. All right, thank you so much, guys. Nice to see you. Nice to see you out there. You're welcome. Good to see you guys.
Thanks, Christine.
You're welcome, Therese. Thanks, Tony. Good to see you.
Miss
Have
you
a
guys.
great night. Yeah, I know. And now
Thanks
we
so
have to have
much.
no people again. You're welcome. Thank you.
See you next time.
Okay, have a good
You
night.
know how long it is for? Is it just 3 weeks?
I don't know. That's what Rachel was saying, that it's 3 weeks, but I don't know. Maybe.
Hopefully.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess
We'll cross our fingers. It's so crazy. I know. We are. We are indeed. Deep
better
breath.
get tested.
I know, right? I have not yet been, so I don't know. Maybe.
All right. Be well. I'll see you guys next
You
time.
too. Okay. Have a great
Thank
night.
you. Thanks so much.
Bye. Okay.